What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wombo Combo Show. My name is Ben Kepler. I'm here with Lou Bertha.
What's up, guys?
And Jordan Kurek, as always. We're without our buddy Ben Yaconis today. He went to some concert where people paint their nails black and, I don't know, music I don't listen to. Yeah, not for me.
No,
yeah,
he went saw under us. Okay. Underhead.
Not for us. Hey, if you're with us today on TikTok, stay afterwards, after the live. We're going to be doing a Q&A with you guys. We want to go over your fantasy players. Take a look at maybe who you're starting, who you're sitting, who you got questionable, what you're looking at this week. We do got sleepers for you. We've got a lot to go over throughout the NFL this week.
Yeah, big week of football.
It was a good week, really good week of football, to be completely honest. And then also, hey, if you are on our live, we do have a goal for today. 100 gifts or likes. If we get those, we've got a sleeper pick for you for a parlay for this week that we're pretty sure we're going to make money on. We did pretty good.
We
did pretty well. He did the best, but
yeah,
we did pretty well last week. So if you're interested in that, tap us in with a little like, follow, share, a gift. That'll help us out, and we'll help you guys out as well. Anyways, guys, let's get started. Let's talk some football. First, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and my awesome new mural. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, The Wombo Combo Show, you probably are enjoying this beautiful face. Thank you to the Rolling Fields Golf Course for hooking us up with that. Super sick. First team, though, Steelers.
Here we go! Let's go! 3-0! Let's go!
So,
game on Sunday.
it was a good game on Sunday.
It was a great game on Sunday.
Is Fields the future? Have we
Yeah,
signed?
Fields is the future.
It's over.
I
don't think anybody outside of the Pittsburgh area even is winking.
Yeah. Get him out of town.
For Leggett, let me tell you, it's a maybe, Alex. Let me tell you, it's a maybe on Leggett. But hey, anyways, on the Steelers, Russell Wilson, let's trade him. Our first round pick, Fuitanu, looks like he's done for the year.
Yeah, IR. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. We do have a pretty good offensive line though, so it doesn't worry me that much.
Yeah.
Where you guys
We
all?
look good.
I think we're fine in that effect.
Jones played better, so
Our other first round pick from last year is a tackle, and he's playing better than what he was getting criticized for.
Yeah.
So that is a plus for us. Our second round pick, Roman Wilson, wide receiver from Michigan.
Should be coming back.
Should be coming back this week. Maybe add him on your watch list. He could be somebody.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's going to do, but somebody's got to suck up targets on that offense. Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Awesome.
Maybe
top defense in the NFL.
Top defense in the NFL. Second half of that football game yesterday, guys.
Least points.
-5 yards total. They didn't even have yards in the second half.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it was Taylor Heineke.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't care.
Just saying. I mean, they.
I would stay away from Ronan Madunze for right now.
Oh, I'm high on him. I'm high on the dude.
We can agree to disagree. Hey, we're going to hit you with all of your questions when it comes to our fantasy picks for this week. Stay tuned for that. Stay in the chat. We're gonna have a whole section for that coming up.
I will say though, one thing I did that was nice to highlight on that Steelers game was like how well Zach Frazier has been playing.
Yeah, that's center.
That's also another
second round pick.
That's
very good.
We drafted. That's
He's doing.
The line.
He's been our offensive lineman 2 weeks in a row. We had one of our listeners last week mention that they liked that the offensive line was something that we targeted solely this year, and I agree with that person. 10 points averaging per game against the defense.
Yeah.
The only time we've done that before? 1973, folks.
Really?
1973. Wow. The Steelers defense is on the up.
Yeah.
Staying in the NFC North.
Least points scored.
Least points scored.
NFL.
Yeah. 6, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
Averaging like 8.6 or something like that a game. We get the Browns. I mean, dude.
I told you guys last week the Giants were the team to be watching. That they're still kind of dog shit, but they're better than not.
And
they gobsmacked.
And they did. They absolutely crushed the Browns. Their hopes, their dreams, their 10 fans.
Yeah.
All of that. Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Do either of you think that he's worth starting for the rest of the season, or do you think the Browns should go reset?
I mean, I like Jameis.
Jameis?
I kind of like Jameis.
I can see Jameis going in.
I think he could do well enough.
If he doesn't do well enough, they still have DTR, who is a young rookie, fast on the legs like Jaden Daniels. Looked better preseason. opportunities are there. They have people.
They
that
have
can
people.
play.
They
Absolutely.
won't though. They're gonna run it
I
out.
feel like the Watson off the field issues is hurting the locker room a bit, and it's starting there.
Yeah.
And then like you can see it on the field. I don't know. I feel bad for Amari Cooper. That guy.
Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy,
he's got-
Elijah Moore. These guys
Yeah.
aren't getting the passing that they could be getting from another quarterback. Another thing I wanted to bring up about the Browns. Not a lot going on with the Browns. Running back situation at reset back. Deonta Foreman, Ixnay. He's not doing nothing. It's Jerome Ford.
Where he's not the truth like you had.
But he ain't very good either.
No, he's not very good
He's
either.
not very good.
Better in passing down. Another thing I wanted to mention is that it looks like Myles Garrett is hurt. He's injured. He's injured from an injury that he got as a child to fix his flat feet.
Oh,
How odd is that?
crazy.
Yeah, he has.
Didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, he's able to play through it. End of the year though, they're thinking he has to have some sort of readjustment surgery or something. But for now, it's just a nuisance.
Yeah.
So, Ravens, tough matchup to start. A lot of tough matchups they have this year so far. They did. They
Dallas are pretenders. Get rid of Dallas.
Oh, here's the thing.
We them boys. We ain't shit.
The Ravens have no pass game whatsoever. Both tight ends, Mark
They have no
Andrews,
pass game. I agree with you.
likely combined 2 targets for the entire game. That's trash. I don't know what's going on with the change up and the way that they play. They have a new offensive coordinator,
Who
obviously.
needs the pass if you could run the ball like that?
But yeah, they are
the pass?
extremely run heavy.
Not if you own Zay Flowers, dude. Or you need to pass the ball. Like it's.
Derrick Henry looks great in purple and black, man.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made the Cowboys look terrible. Last team, NFC North, that I did want to cover, well, because there's only one left, and they're the worst team.
And
right
I
now.
can say it, they suck. Bengals.
The 0-3 Bengals.
Suck.
Man.
Their defense looks awful.
Their defense looks terrible.
Awful.
Absolutely. Hendrickson? Is that his name?
Hendrickson.
He played some of the game and did leave, so there is
Yeah,
that. But I'm not taking none of that because they had one of their quarterbacks, Cam something Britt, Cameron Taylor Britt,
Yeah.
saying
He was
that
talking smack.
they have Jaden Daniels and
College type offense.
type offense.
Well, college.
Good
Yeah.
You're 0-3.
He scored in college, you know what I mean? Like, that's high flying shit.
Moving into AFC West, guys. First team I wanted to talk about because they got a lot of controversy going on. The Raiders. Antonio Pierce, head coach of the Raiders this week, said that there was players who made business moves at the end of the game.
I saw that.
And now he is going to make business moves with them. Do you think he's talking about? Dun dun.
It's
dun.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae
It has to be
Adams?
Devontae
Is that who he's
Adams.
talking about? I asked you who he's
It's
talking
not
about.
Jacoby Myers.
No, because Jacoby Myers, who we did want to add,
Yeah.
is one of our sleepers. He's available in how many?
36.
36%
team.
Come on. You can get that guy and plug and play him, especially if they trade Devontae Adams. He's got a boosty boost.
He will be wide
but
receiver number
You
1.
think it's him?
Yeah, I think it's Adams who's like the issue.
No, we talked about percentages.
He doesn't want to be there. He wanted to be there because of Derek Carr, and Derek Carr's not even there anymore.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Do you think that he is traded? What's the percentage that he gets traded off this team? He's getting wasted. His career's getting wasted right now. He's not
This
doing
year?
anything.
You mean this year?
Yes, this year. During the season, next couple weeks before the trade deadline.
30%.
30% chance of being traded? Do you think it's lower or higher than that?
I think it's maybe a little lower.
A little lower,
I'll say
25% chance.
Yeah.
Hey, earlier today, if any of you guys who are in the live right now, a lot of them were asking. Yeah, a lot of them were asking about Devontae Adams. What do we do with him? He's saying it's only about a 25% chance of trading. I myself think that it is something that I wanted to maybe bench him for a week to see what the outcome of this whole drama was. Jordan, you were talking to me before the show about Aiden O'Connell and his potential starting, even though they mentioned Garner's going to start for now. For now was the key words. Aiden O'Connell finished the game, didn't look terrible, got more points, had more flow in the offense.
Yeah, Carter didn't look, great.
I mean, this happened last year though with Jimmy G and them.
Yeah.
Like, Aiden O'Connell came in and had like
He
pretty
did all
good
right.
games.
Yeah, he did pretty
Kind
good.
of tapered off after that, but he's definitely I don't know. I feel like Adams like getting the ball thrown to him from that guy. Also, Jacoby Myers played well for Aiden O'Connell. So
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I guess the question came through Aiden. do not drop either of those running backs for Brady Allen. But we're going to cover that in a little bit. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. The comment came through. Aiden was here earlier today. I had talked to him. Don't do that, man.
Well, that's also good because we're on the running back subject.
Yeah.
And Alexander Mattinson from the Raiders is still only 31% owned.
Yeah.
And plays solid. I mean, he gets in the end zone.
What I think it is I don't think he plays solid. It's this though, Jordan. Because I think you're on to something. He's in the red zone. He's in the game in the red zone.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They don't play Zamir anymore. He can't get through. Like, he's not doing anything. Zamir White is my drop of the week for you guys. I don't think he's there anymore. I've lost faith. I think you can get rid of him. I mean, if you're...
For Madison, though?
Maybe not for Madison, but there's going to be other options that we're going to cover in the show today. I don't think Zamir White, if you're in a 10-man league, needs to be on your roster anymore. If you're in a 12, throw him on the bench. Let's see how he does, but he's on the chopping block, we'll call it.
Let's move on to most.
We were moving on, and the reason why I wanted to mention what Aiden had mentioned a moment ago is because we were moving on to the Chiefs. That Steele guy that he had just talked about is 17 rushes, 72 yards, 1 catch. Then you had P. Ryan, who had 6 rushes for 25, but 3 catches for 15. So obviously he's playing a little bit more of the pass down, which is where you see offense from Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs offense more likely than not. However, 17 rushes.
Yeah.
That means he's got the commanding lead over P. Ryan.
Yeah.
So I would not do anything with
I have Hunt, so I need to get rid of him because I don't think he's
Kareem Hunt. Yeah, I don't think Kareem Hunt, when he comes into play, is going to be a factor.
He's not going to get like any, not a lot of touches.
He may be a factor in real life football for the Chiefs, but he is not going to be a factor in your fantasy football team. Don't even worry about Kareem Hunt. If anything, he's going to take Samaje P. Ryan's job. But still, does look like a solid plug and play until you get Pacheco back, or if you were the one who stole him from someone else.
Chiefs also the luckiest team. They get the luckiest calls.
They do get lucky. I mean,
I said the Falcons were going to give the Chiefs an issue. They gave the Chiefs an issue.
They gave them no. Chiefs defense, I did want to mention, they look stout. Even though
did look decent.
They looked pretty good. Rice to Mahomes, or Mahomes to Rice, seems to be a real big deal this year. 3 games, 300 yards for Rice.
How's Scott Moore do?
Sky Moore. He's from our area.
Local kid,
he's not any good. I'm sorry, Sky. Next team I want to cover, Broncos with the upset this week. I shouldn't clap. I hate clapping.
Huge upset.
Because
the Broncos looked awful.
First
against
win
the
for
Steelers.
Yes.
They looked bad.
Yes.
They looked so bad.
But they did turn it around.
He looked like Kenny Pickett. Those Knicks look like Kenny Pickett.
Well, here's the thing. They're the worst team in the AFC. Is the AFC that much better than the NFC?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to sit down.
Yeah, so Bo Nix gets his first game. Both offense and defense started clicking a little more. The running back game is in shambles. They played 3 different running backs. They played a fellow named Beatty. He had their most production. Do you know who he is?
I know.
Guess what? I know everybody, and I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. They also have Javonte Williams. He didn't do that much. And McLaughlin. He got a touchdown on the goal line on 4th down, but that's all he did. Really want to stay away from Broncos running backs.
You should just stay away from Broncos.
Broncos in general.
You don't want players on the crap teams.
Just keep the Broncos either on the bench or in your free agency. Yeah. You don't need them. Hey, last team, Chargers. They had Justin Herbert get injured. Took the first. Yep. Took the first.
That's some good old-fashioned Pittsburgh Steelers football.
A lot of you guys in chat earlier today were asking me if it's time to panic on J.K. Dobbins. I think that is a no. You don't need to panic on him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Historically, J.K. Dobbins, when he was not injured and played against the Steelers as a Raven, destroyed us. He's the only one to do so. Yeah. He destroyed us. Okay? So, I mean, he just had an off game. The Steelers really planned around him because they, sticking to their guns. They need to get their...
He'll be out by week 9.
Their standard is the standard. We can't let J.K. run all over us. Don't worry about J.K. Keep him in unless he's tweaked something.
You can keep him, but he's going to be out by week 9. I'm calling it now.
Oh, his injury?
Yeah, injury. He's a man's made of glass.
Remember to keep Gus Edwards on that watch list. Keep him on the watch list. Yeah, but I mean, if J.K. does go down, he's the next man up.
Pretty sure Gus got the ball twice.
Some players are just like that.
Negative
he's
yards.
like that.
Yeah, he is like that.
That's when I yelled down from the
Really though,
stands.
he's like
Yeah,
that. Like, you
he's
kind of gotta feel bad for him too. Like,
I feel
man's
bad
just
for
trying
him,
to play. AFC South was the next section of teams.
I was
that
about
we're
to say
going.
too, before like we go on from the Chargers, that Quentin Johnson is still 45% owned in leagues, and he's been on a little streak actually. So
He has
some
Yeah.
kid to look for.
I
Yeah.
lost in fantasy because of Quentin Johnson in
Yeah.
some respects.
good call on bringing that up,
Yeah.
Jordan. Yeah, if you can get Quinton Johnson, what percent again, man?
45%.
45% owned in Yahoo leagues. That means there's a 55% chance if you're watching this right now that you might be able to snag him. Even if you don't really necessarily
odds.
need him, I would probably grab him, throw him on the
Yeah.
bench if you have a worse player to get rid of.
Well, if you're a PPR, receiver depth.
Yeah,
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 for sure.
absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, so Jaguars was the next team I wanted to hit, and
Dude,
God,
cat
that
teams-
terrible.
Cat teams 0-3.
They're
Cat teams are
horrible.
sucking. Jaguars look awful.
Oh my goodness, are
Jags
they
look so
bad?
bad.
They got blown out on Monday Night Football in front of all of the world to see. They were the early game too, so
Yeah.
they were like, "Hey, here's a little warm up to football
Yeah.
for you for the night," and it was just Bills,
Yeah.
Bills.
I will say that the Bills might be a juggernaut that we don't know yet, but like
It's a possibility. I don't know. Jaguars offense, though, this is what I wrote down for the Jaguars. Offense looks horrible. Defense looks even worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trevor
That was
Lawrence.
highlighted.
Trevor Lawrence not even in sync with anybody on the team. ETN not productive. He did
Oh,
save you in
no.
fantasy in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes left on a couple long runs. He sucked all game. I was very upset. I played him. The defense allowed 47 points, 34-3
Yeah,
at
at the
halftime.
half.
That's so
At the
unusual,
half.
but that's so unusual for Jacksonville defenses though, because usually
Old
that's like the
was
one-
out,
yeah.
but I mean,
that's like the one thing that they used to be like always good at.
That was- yeah.
was having a good defensive side of the ball. Like
Swiss cheese.
they were Swiss
Yeah,
cheese
Swiss
for
cheese.
sure. Hey, next 0-3 team looks like the AFC South is just collecting losers. The Titans, they've had close losses. They've been within like a score or a score and a half.
I'll be
Levis is a
honest,
turnover machine.
I didn't watch that game at all because I felt like it was going to be a
A
bad
wash,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this sounds bad.
Yeah, Levis is a turnover machine. Whether it's fumbling from sacks, throwing interceptions at key moments of the game. I said this last week. Ben, who's not here today, looked at me funny. I think Mason Rudolph's coming out pretty soon.
Let's go.
I think that if you're in a 2 QB league and you've got Levis as either QB 2, 3, me, I'm in this situation. You might want to put Mason Rudolph on that little starred watch list because he might be getting the start here soon.
Andy Dalton
this won't be till at least week 9 though.
Yeah, like week 9. I'll agree with
you're-
him. 6 to 9, you
you're
can watch
rushing
it.
this.
Depends on where their bye week is. I didn't take a note of that.
But this is a great point you do bring up right here. No production from the run game.
Yeah. 21 yards from all the running backs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like once again very unusual for the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
Like,
Well, you trade away Derrick Henry,
Yeah,
and this
see
is what you
happens.
get.
I thought Tony Pollard was gonna have a shot up there. Maybe
He
not.
was doing all right the first couple weeks.
But this last
Oh, that's
week,
good.
he did not do good.
yeah,
that's good.
I think he specifically had 15 yards of rushing. They lost to Willis too, just to
Yeah.
add like salt to the
Insult
wound.
injury. Malik Willis revenge game.
Yeah, the revenge game of Malik Willis.
I could go play for the Packers and win a game. Like
Ah.
Get this guy out
He
of here.
he can't dribble a basketball with his left hand,
Get
folks.
this guy out of here.
I can't dribble back on my left hand. That is false.
The next team I wanted to cover, guys, Colts. Colts looks like Aaron. I'm sorry, Aaron. It looks like A-Rod A-Rich is not developed.
No. He has like no accuracy. I mean, he has a cannon. But
Yeah,
he
he's
has
a
no
cannon, but
accuracy.
it's like Winston cannon.
Yeah.
You know. Do I think that he could still be a good quarterback?
I
Yeah,
do.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
think
is
he can still
solid.
be good.
What is this? Was his 8th pro game?
Oh, maybe
Because
not.
what, how many
Yeah,
played last
probably
year?
about 8. I would say
4 or
about
5
8.
I
last
think it may only
year.
be 7.
It might only be
I
7.
think he got injured.
Yeah, he got
Something
injured
around in
earlier.
there if you don't include preseason for sure. But I don't think that he sucks. I just think that he is not fully developed. Like if we were talking in Madden terms, his awareness is
yeah.
low. He doesn't have good awareness. Would be the way. It's just not tuned into the game yet. I think it's something that over a course of time it's going to come to fruition. He's going to end up being good. Right now, the bright point on that offense, and the only one,
JT, yeah.
Jonathan
Easy
Taylor.
money.
Thank you for winning me fantasy this week.
Also, JT, thank you for winning me fantasy as well. You the man, bruh.
He's so back.
He's very good.
He
Looking
is.
very good. They
He's
put
looking
in
good.
Trey Sermon for one play, and he vultured a touchdown from
That's
him.
one of your dudes.
Yeah, I used to be a big Trace Ramon guy.
Do not come into our chat asking us if you should pick up Trey Sermon.
I can't.
No.
Lou was like, wait, you played for the 49ers at one point in your career? I'm
I'll
going to
take
get
it,
you on
yeah.
my fantasy team.
Yeah, literally. Defense for the Colts. Historically, they're usually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think that they're mediocre at best in comparison to what they're normally at. They're usually better than what they're performing at.
Yeah, but that guy's out. That one dude. Oh my God.
Franklin?
Yes.
Is that your Franklin?
Yeah. No. Oh,
One of their linebackers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
He's like
that's
a
what makes up their
long-standing
team.
one too. He's been on the team for a minute.
Oh, DeForest Buckner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a DT.
He's out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he is the
he's a big
mainstay
part
of their
of the middle.
defense. That is absolutely for sure. Texans took the first loss.
Knew it was coming.
Stroud had 2 INTs.
No Joe Mixon.
Yeah,
You need the Joe Mixon
You
to
need
complement
Joe
the
Mixon.
CJ Stroud.
You can
It's
tell.
just not going to work.
You
Yeah.
could tell. You could tell it looked like last year's team.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Didn't matter.
To everyone that was smart and didn't pick up Cam Akers, good job. He was awful.
He
Right.
did not do great.
Yeah.
He did mediocre, but he did not do good enough to fill in for Joe Mixon if you thought those were the numbers he was going
We
to be
retract that statement for telling.
I will say that I think Joe Mixon is tracking to come back this week, and I think that if you are tonight going to be picking up players this week, you could probably get rid of Cam.
Get rid of Cam.
I would, it'd be a safe play to drop Cam.
Yeah, you could probably get rid of him. They're going to bring Joe Mixon back in. They can't be losing games.
Yeah.
I need Joe Mixon to come back.
Defense played really poor. Struggled with no run game is what I wrote down for the Texans. They're going to turn it around, though. We're not too worried about them. Next team I wanted to cover, guys, I wanted to move into the AFC East where things seem to almost maybe have a battle. We don't know. First team is the Patriots. They still got Brissett starting. They're 1-2. Ramondre throws up a dud. Every one of their wide receivers stinks.
Yeah.
Their
Their
defense-
line looks bad.
Their line looks really bad too. The defense is good, but not great. I think that they're a bottom 5 team in the NFL. Can I get your take, Jordan? Bottom 5 team?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They can't get
I agree.
anything
I'd maybe
going.
say they're 32-32.
32. I mean, Panthers are probably below them, but they're right
We'll
next to them.
see.
They're
They're
right
close.
next to
You
them.
know,
You know,
30-32.
You know, if the Raiders were smart, they'd trade him to the Patriots and then that would punish him a little bit.
Yeah. No.
It's all podcasting on hot takes. Remember that.
This morning we were talking. I was talking to a couple people about Ramondre. They were worried. Do we need to start panicking? No.
No.
You don't need to start panicking about Ramondre in any way, shape, or form. That was a Thursday night football game. Things went awry. They couldn't get it turned.
I disagree.
It was over.
Well, I disagree. I think Ramondre sucks. Their line is so bad. Don't put anything stock in Ramondre. What's he going to run? Who's blocking for him?
Ramon
Who's
just played well the
for him?
first 2 weeks though before this game, so
Okay.
it's not like he's a
Yeah,
complete
he'll have
dud.
a flash game here and there.
I felt like his momentum was completely.
I'm
killed.
anti-Ramondre.
So after that, like stiff arm call back when he called for a personal foul face mask, that like, killed his whole momentum because that was like a 22-yard run,
Yeah.
and then he hurt his pinky on that play. I don't know how that affects.
Soft.
Did Antonio Gibson finish the game?
Yeah, but he did horrible too.
Yeah,
He
he's
did.
ass.
Because he has no one to run behind.
I'll put it like this. I don't think that you should panic in the sense of dropping him.
No.
Oh, yeah, don't
Keep
drop.
Ramondre on your
He
roster.
doesn't have anybody to fight him for these
Yeah.
yards. Antonio Gibson is a pass down back. Ramondre Stevenson is a first, second down running back.
Yeah, I'm not advocating to drop him, but you could probably start someone better.
Yeah. Well, no, I flex if anything. You can put him in the flex. Hey guys, next team Dolphins.
Looked really bad.
That's his team.
Looked really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolphins. So it looks like when their coach gave his press conference today, he said there might be a change of quarterback. Anything is open. All possibilities.
I hope so.
I think Tyler Huntley needs to come in. He's the best quarterback on the roster.
Former NFL Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. If that's what he was.
No.
Was it the COVID season, I think, or something.
Caleb, Panthers are Super Bowl contenders with Andy Dalton. I don't think so, brother. But they did. They are a lot better. They are a lot better,
I gotta
Caleb.
give it that kid.
I agree. I absolutely agree that they are a lot better.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but all right, there's hope.
There is more hope than last week. Hey, for the Dolphins, guys, I think that a lot of people were talking to me this morning about should they trade Waddle, should they trade Hill, and I was kind of telling them a little bit of, you could trade Hill, but get two people back. You know what I mean? If you're going to trade Hill, one person wanted to do Najee and Pickens for Hill.
Oh my God, is this an inside job?
He wasn't a Pittsburgher.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Do you think it's
ridiculous?
They're not going to trade Tyreek Hill. Their offense is really designed around him.
What about Waddle?
Waddle's a key part of that offense too.
He's on a friendly.
How McDaniels runs his shit is that he has two burners and they always go in motion, and that's like how his offense works. If he loses either of those two, like, he has to make up a whole new scheme. Yeah. And he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who wants to do that just yet. So.
Yeah, I like that.
Also,
point.
Mostert being out doesn't help the offense either, because that's another burner.
I wanted to ask this.
So I wouldn't panic on the Dolphins either.
I like that point a lot there, Jordan. What do you think about Achane? Does his value in any way, shape, or form diminish in fantasy? He did not have a good week. He was not very good.
I mean, I think without Tua, every player.
Would you consider selling him?
No. Maybe.
No.
No, I would still even have to. Like, I have Hill. I'm starting Hill, and he got like 5
Move
points.
the flex.
Yeah.
Move to your 3 flex options.
You're going to have to see what happens.
Just
Like,
run with
well,
them.
Mostert's got to come back too eventually.
Okay. Hey, later on we'll see what some people have as trade options available, and we'll see if maybe there isn't something that these guys think
I wouldn't trade
is
for
decent.
Achane.
We'll see. Maybe there is. You never know. You never know. Hey, Jets though, we were just talking about the Patriots. That's who they played. They crushed. Their defense looks amazing.
Jets' defense looked amazing.
They looked so good. They could not do anything on offense. Lazard seems to be relevant.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
The Packers
Rodgers.
combo.
Garrett Wilson owners are punching out right now.
What's that?
Because Lazard's taking all his targets.
Yeah. I have Wilson. Wilson did have a decent game. He saved it with a touchdown. I think in PPR he had somewhere around 13.
It's not bad.
Which isn't terrible, but I mean, if he was your first round pick, you're probably a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Second round pick, you're like, that's what I got him at.
But the boys' club is clearly made an appearance in New York. So
Absolutely. Lazard, specifically, guys, I wanted to mention, he's relevant because they're using him in the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
Big body boy. You know what I'm saying? He's getting the ball.
And Rodgers is
You watched his shirt get ripped off.
Yeah.
I mean, and Rodgers is one of those dudes, like, if he's comfortable with a guy who has chemistry, he's got to check down to him. He's got to throw to him. So I didn't look up the percentage of what Lazard is owned, but I don't think it's very high. Did you guys have those numbers?
Lazard owned? No, I didn't have that one up, but I'll grab it while we keep going.
Because
I feel he's pretty young.
He's not a lot owned. He did get bumped up a little bit. On the Bills, guys.
Bills look nice.
He said that they might be a powerhouse. We did see a first touchdown out of Keenan Coleman, which was pretty awesome for those who drafted him. The offense looked great all around. I don't think there was a single portion of the offense that looked bad in any way, shape, or form. He had his first, or maybe not first touchdown, but he had a touchdown. Their rookie, Ray Davis, had his first touchdown. I do not think that you should be picking up Ray Davis in fantasy football. A lot of people ask me that. He played because they were creaming them.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Not because he was in their offense, like during the portion that mattered. He scored a touchdown against the third string guys.
Yeah.
So relax on that.
Take Khalil Shakir.
Lazard, 30% of leagues, guys. 70% chance.
That's good.
70% chance that you can go get Lazard.
He's actually available in our league.
Oh wow! Well,
thanks for the info.
Yeah. Cook looked really productive. Whole offense looked productive. Defense looked great. They've got a lot of injuries on defense. If you do IDP, there is a couple linebackers you can take a look at that are really good. Williams would be one that I would suggest.
Actually, the Bills' defense in the past couple of weeks has grown in ownership. It's actually up to 74% now.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning of the year, it was a lot lower. So they've been starting to click a little bit, and like they helped me out. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was because people seen that they lost both of their safeties, Micah Hyde and whatever the heck the other dude's name. He's older though.
Yeah.
But,
Von Miller?
Huh?
Von Miller?
No, Von Miller's still there.
there's not someone back.
But they lost some secondary guys
Yeah,
and
but-
had to bring Young in.
Yeah.
I mean, DeMar Hamlin had a pick.
But yeah, hey, Bills
Von
defense.
Hamlin had a pick.
That's our flyer defense of the week, I would say.
I would say so. If they're available, go for them.
Let's move into the
That's
NFC.
not my flyer defense.
Okay, who's your freaking flyer of the week?
For defense, New Orleans.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
let's move into the NFC on that. First, I want to start with the North, though. We watched last night the man himself, J. Him Daniels. Wow, does he look good?
He looked great.
He looks great. He set rookie records for the most accurate game ever by a
He had like
rookie.
21 and 23.
All right.
Yeah, he's
As
like
a,
90%.
Yeah.
Man, he was
Okay.
awesome.
as a group, do you think he's like the clear-cut front runner for Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Yes, surely.
Yes.
Thank you for liking my Taylor jersey. Let's go, Sean Taylor. Rest in peace, brother. For other people on the Commanders' backfield duo. Now we have some mixed opinions on the backfield duo. So if you're an owner of one of the Commanders' running backs, please pay attention. I think the combination that they have on their team in the backfield is nice. I think that they complement each other very well and doing two completely opposite things.
I think it's kind of crazy when they like line up, they're both out there.
Yeah.
You don't see that
That is
often,
crazy.
and like they're both on the field at the same time. It's like, well, which one's getting the ball? And it's like other teams are like, oh crap.
But then,
But, I mean, now they only have one.
yeah, because Austin Eckler's
Because
hurt.
Austin Eckler's made of glass.
Yeah.
You can't put any stock in Austin Eckler ever. I've been a long time
it's
Austin Eckler hater. Don't take. I had him 1 year and he was hurt the whole year, and I'm never again. He's hurt now.
He's hurt. He got a
A
concussion.
nice duo combo. Sounds nice on paper, and now you don't even have it.
Yeah.
And Brian Robinson is the better back. And,
He is a better
and
back.
he's not soft at all. The man got shot and then went and played football.
I said
Austin
this-
Eckler hurts his like toe. He's out of the game. Like, get rid of this guy.
I said that this morning.
It says here in my notes that Lou thinks that Austin Eckler is a huge joke / poser.
I do. I hate the guy.
Mark Andrews,
Well,
Josh
that's
Jacobs for Sam Laporta, Devin Singletary, and Brian Robinson Jr. Is that a good trade? Yes, it is. If you are getting those three players, Sam Laporta, Devin Singletary, and Gunshot Robinson, from Mark Andrews and Josh Jacobs,
Oh, dude, send
Yeah,
it.
send
dude.
it.
Send it.
Send it.
What's the?
Keep them coming, guys. Let us know.
Yeah.
We want to get through just the information that we have, but then we're going to go straight with you guys. We're
Yeah,
probably going to spend a
yeah.
good bit of time talking to you about fantasy trades and what you guys should do in that effect. Help me out, guys. Where did I leave off? We were on the
We're on,
Commanders. The
Eagles.
backfield was looking good.
What's it
McLaurin came
Oh, yeah,
alive.
McLaurin, yeah.
Wow. He had a great game.
So-
like a great game.
Funny
I'm
stat-
so happy to see that
Funny
he's
stat
throwing the
about
ball.
Scary Terry is that Jaden Daniels is the 11th quarterback to throw a touchdown pass to Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Has had
Yeah.
11 QBs.
Wow, I didn't know that stat. That's a
It's
crazy
really
one.
scary. He scares the people out of town.
Scares them quarterback right on out of here.
Yeah, Scary Terry, he had a great game.
He
Like,
did have a good game.
as a guy that has him on one of his teams, I mean, yeah, I was pretty happy for him. Like,
Nice.
that's correct.
Somebody I wanted to highlight in the Commanders' offense that I think is someone to pay attention to, fantasy owners. Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz,
How much?
tight end.
Yeah, how much percent was he on? Did we have that written
You didn't
down?
tell me
by
the
chance?
percent.
I just gotta look it up, but
I got it right here. Zach Ertz, he's only owned in 23% of leagues, guys, and he's consistent. I don't go for boom or bust tight ends. I don't know necessarily.
floor.
Yeah, I like the high floor guys. If my guy's getting 6 points a week
I'm happy with
or
that.
8 a week, I'm happy with that. Zach Ertz is somebody you should look at, and we missed him, but Mike Gesicki as well. If I didn't mention.
I've kind of always learned that like you don't need like a super high ceiling tight end to win leagues.
No,
Like,
you
just
either
like,
have
it's
your
just-
Kelsey Laporta or you get someone average.
Yeah,
Just get a solid guy.
Yeah, you don't need to go get the Cole Kmet who gets 1 point this week, 20 the next week.
Yeah, George
That's-
Kittle.
Yeah,
That's how he is. Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, you don't really need those types of players. Eagles,
I had the Eagles winning. And
They did.
They
we won money on that. You should pay attention to our bets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should pay attention to our
That was
bets,
you, yeah.
guys. We took the Eagles, And we also took.
I took the
Well, he
Eagles,
took
Commanders, and the Giants, and I picked all those teams
Giants
on the
is mine.
podcast, and I won quite a nice chunk of change on that.
Yeah, we actually had one of our listeners
Yeah.
let you know, send you a text message.
Yeah, he trailed me. He picked the same stuff, and he was like, "Hey man, thanks for the bet. But $10, he won like $290."
Yeah, I make sure that you are paying attention when we give out our parlays for the week.
Yeah, solid.
We're pretty good at picking out some money. Like
Fuck on what? Now we're gonna, as soon as we said that, we're gonna be losing.
lifetime, we're usually pretty good though, and we got 3 pretty good lines on picking out where we're sticking our money. So if we're sticking our money there, we're telling you that we think that you probably could too. So next team I wanted to talk about is the Cowboys. The Cowboys, we told you, they weren't gonna do it. Who them boys? Maybe like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, not you guys.
No.
Not good. Sorry for all the Dallas fans out there. It's a rough start to your season. Running back room.
Awful. Yeah,
Who?
who are these people?
Who are those people? None of them are doing any good. CeeDee Lamb had a quiet day. A lot of people were asking me earlier, is it time to maybe try to trade CeeDee Lamb?
No, it's
For a lot. For a lot, though. For a lot, though.
I think selling him low right now because he hasn't been doing all that great.
Yeah, I mean,
He should wait till he booms up or just hold on to him, in my opinion.
See, they were on the effect of selling him at a medium price, and that's what I was saying. He's worth a lot still. It's not a panic mode.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he is still worth a lot.
That's how they'll ask. You know, is it in a panic mode? And it's not panic mode for
But
CeeDee
they
Lamb.
just signed him to that huge deal. Like they're not gonna.
No.
They're not
Yeah,
gonna move.
he's gonna catch.
No, it's not about moving him. Is that offense not good enough for him to be in your starting roster, or start to consider moving him out of wide receiver 1 and 2 down to your flex?
No, you're playing.
No,
No, you play that guy every week.
Dak lost the game. He did. But he ended up throwing the ball around for almost 400 yards. Statistically, for fantasy football,
That's great.
he did really
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
So I would not put Dak in a bench position in any of your leagues. I'd keep him as your starter.
If you have the Dak CeeDee Lamb combination, stick with it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It'll pay.
It's going to pay off later.
Yeah.
Next team I want to talk about is a team that we won some money on.
Jesus
Them Giants?
Christ.
Them Giants.
Giants
The
beating the
first
Browns.
win. First win with the Giants. Daniel Jones played above par. Had a
Above
good
par.
fantasy day. We still don't think you should pick up Daniel Jones.
Malik Neighbors is him.
Malik Neighbors is him. A lot of people were asking me about Malik.
Yeah.
Specifically, he sent me a text message last night and said, we need to make sure we cover
Malik
that
Neighbors.
people should not be putting the skill players on the Giants down. Because, and I'll let you take it away just a little bit, like,
2 touchdowns, like 130 yards, Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week he did awesome too. He had,
he had a great
he
game
had
last
over
week.
100 yards
He had a
and
great
he had a
game last
touchdown. Devin Singletary, they were all laughing at me at being all high on Devin Singletary. The man had ran for over 100 yards, got a touchdown. These are quality fantasy numbers.
Mhm.
You know,
Malik
this is a
Neighbors.
flex spot or RB2 easy. Devin Singletary.
If we're talking in full PPR, guys, 28 points 2 weeks in a row. First week of the season, 12 points. He had, in order, 7 targets, 18 targets, 12 targets, 5 catches, 10 catches, 8 catches. He has almost 300 yards on the season and 3 touchdowns
He is
in
him.
3 games.
He's him.
And that's on the Giants.
Yeah, with Daniel Jones learning.
My guy that I wanted to talk about now, Devin Singletary, same
Yeah.
thing. I didn't really touch on him too much, but
Yeah.
he's doing it.
He is doing it.
He's someone that if you get his name thrown into a trade, maybe on the back end of he's not the
That
flashy
guy you
player.
just said, Brian Robinson,
Yes.
Devin Singletary.
Take him,
Dan Laporta.
absolutely. I think that was Hayden or Aiden. Aiden might have said that.
That's
yeah.
worth.
Thoughts on Bucky Irving, Mace? We're gonna cover him in just a minute. Stay tuned. We're definitely gonna be covering
Yeah,
him.
we're going.
Giants, other players. I wanted to cover this, and I keep hammering it in there, and it keeps happening for me. If you need somebody on a filler bye week or an injury week, real quick flash player, Wombo Robinson. He's doing exactly what I said he was doing. He's getting 8 to 10 targets a game. He's catching 6 of them. He's getting 60 yards. He's ending up with 8 to 10 points.
Yeah.
That's a fine filler.
That's fine,
That's
yeah,
a fine
easy.
filler.
20% owned too, so you have an 80% chance to get.
Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, 20% on. So, I mean, you have a good chance of getting this player and using him. Next division, NFC West.
Oh, it's a bloodbath out there.
Seahawks.
Geno Smith is good, Lewis. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
He's solid, but their defense looks amazing.
Their defense does look
Their
amazing.
defense looks so good.
No K9 though to help him out. He's doing it with Zach Charbonnet.
I know.
You playing Zach Charbonnet?
I had Zach Charbonnet in my flex, and that was 26 points for me. Now, that's hardly, but still.
Okay. I had a lot of people this morning ask me, is Zach Charbonnet close to a selling point? Do you sell him high right now because K9's coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can, if you have the chance to get Zach Charbonnet and get
Some
Something
quality?
close.
more
quality.
get some quality.
Like an
but-
actual starter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You
Mhm.
can, the way he's been playing, dude, he is putting numbers up. Like,
Mhm.
if there's someone willing to, like, get out there and go for a couple weeks and they want to score and they want to get over 20 points a week, go, there's Zach Charbonnet. Sell him high.
So what I had down for the Seahawks as well is the run game's going well without K9 in the game. Defense looks solid, like you said. New head coach came over from the Ravens.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
Dude's doing pretty good. Dude's doing pretty good.
Well, do you think they stick with Charbonnet, though? Or do you think, like...
No,
that's-
K9's
that's
a
his
starter.
stab?
K9 is a starter.
Yeah. Definitely.
I personally think the best thing you could do if you have Charbonnet and can place someone else in his stead this week is to trade him away, get some stuff. Next week, K9's going to come back in, whether you have him or not. You'll plug him back in, or the people that you've traded for now you have a built in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would use Charbonnet as a money piece this week, guys. 49ers, everybody's hurting San Francisco.
Except for that one guy who got 45 points against me.
Yeah. Jennings, 3 touchdown day. Everyone asking me, do I pick up Jennings to drop this guy? Do I
No,
pick up
sell him.
Jennings?
Sell him. I think that he's
Well,
never going to do as well as that. And
I
I don't think he's even going to do
That was a
consistently
fluke
good.
game.
It was a fluke game, and people are coming back from injury. This man is not going to be putting up a lot of points.
If you have him, are you selling him? If he's
Yeah,
on your roster,
I
you
mean,
get rid of him right now.
If you have a
this
dance,
week, are you
if
getting
you
rid
have
of
a
him?
dance partner,
yeah.
go for it.
If you have a
but I don't
dance
know.
partner,
I don't
Keurig
know.
says yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you get a dance partner,
He's
for that,
Charbonnet for me because as
Yep.
soon as those guys go back, he's
He's
nobody.
gone.
again.
Yep. Nobody.
Yeah. So sell on him. Other things going on here. I had Lou says sell now on Jennings.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. We got Kittle, Debo, CMC all out. Mason is running strong. Is he a sell?
Not now. Maybe when CMC starts coming back, he's a sell, but I don't think he's a sell now.
I don't think he's a sell right now. I don't think that he completely gets erased
I don't
from
either,
the offense. I think that he is now, he's running pretty well. Whether that is he plays first down and takes that away from CMC, keeps CMC healthier, and he's getting up there in age. To keep him healthier and running better, having Mason come in on first down to spell him is not bad.
Yeah, but how useful if you're just gonna be a first down back to fantasy owners?
Well, that includes goal line and
Yeah.
first down back. You know what I mean? You're playing and goal. So he might get
so
touchdowns.
if they're on the one, do you think they're gonna go with Mason right there?
Yeah, I would think
Yeah,
he'd go with Mason.
I would say so.
He's bigger. He's
Yeah.
heavier.
Yep.
I also had Ayuk down here, guys. He's a non-factor in the offense. Just got paid a ton of money. They gave the ball to Jennings a million times. Was that because Ayuk was getting covered by their best people? Yes. I don't think it's super panic mode on Ayuk. He has done nothing good yet this year, though. I do think that if you have him, if you're running in a league that is a 1-2-3 wide receiver league, he's wide receiver 3.
Oh yeah.
If you're playing in a league that is 1-2 wide receiver and then a flex, he is a flex option.
Yeah.
You might have other people at running back or another team who could be better.
But he's going to shake the cobwebs off, and he'll do fine.
He'll
do fine eventually.
And that is a good point. We do have to remember he did not practice all offseason. I'm sure by about week 7, you're going to start seeing some IU yardage coming up. So don't panic yet, but be aggravated just like we are. I would be aggravated as well. Cardinals, I took them this week. They're gonna win. They're 1-2. Connor has a bad day. Kyler Murray I watched this game. I don't know if you did, because I had money on it. Kyler Murray had so many opportunities to do something over and over and over again. And what does he do?
Runs around.
Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't think that he has all the confidence that he could possibly need to beat good teams. Does that make sense?
I'd say, yeah.
He's athletic enough and still good enough to be like your average team, but he just played the Lions and he couldn't do it. He couldn't get past that mark of where he needed to play at in order to excel.
Well, lights get bright sometimes.
I think that Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's a stud.
is people were asking me, should you maybe sub Marvin Harrison Jr.? He had like a 10, 11 point game.
No.
I think he's gonna be great. This guy says, let's see here. Jake Rice says he just traded Marvin Harrison Jr. and Aaron Jones for Saquon Barkley. You guys think that was a good trade?
I love that trade, man.
Nice. All right, Jake.
I love that trade.
I don't think that's terrible. You got
That's fair
one
value.
really good player for two good players. That's the kind of trades that I think you could do in a situation with Tyreek Hill, though, too. If you got two guys like that for Tyreek Hill, that's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Next team I did want to cover, Buda Baker got injured for the Cardinals. If you're doing IDP, watch out. Buda Baker is hurt. There's a couple wide receivers like Michael Wilson, who is on the Cardinals. He's getting a little bit more. But him, Greg Dortch, not pickups. Not at all. Stay away from him. Did you have anything on the Cardinals, anybody? No?
More than Marvin Harrison being a stud.
Yeah, he is.
I like that trade because Saquon's a stud. So.
I don't remember.
He's more consistent, too.
I think that Trey McBride might have gotten dinged up.
Yeah, for a guy that was supposed to go real high on all these like mock drafts and stuff like that, McBride hasn't been as impressive.
No. He's been all right though. He's in like the top.
But there was like sites telling you you got to take him at 5.
Sleeper
I'm like,
McBride.
I don't do that yet.
No, he's not.
If you trade McBride, sell him.
Yeah, all right. If you could trade Trey McBride,
If you get rid of Trey McBride now, I'll get rid of him.
Yeah, if you could if you could do something like trade Trey McBride for like maybe like Zach Ertz and then a running back who's hurt, do that.
Or even just Zach Ertz.
You don't want to do 1 for 1.
Maybe.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to me. Next team, all hurt. All of them. Every single one of them. The Rams. Cup not put on IR, but has already announced that he won't play against the Bears. Kyron Williams looks solid. I think that he is your plug and play running back. There is nobody else on this team who's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams. Stafford did pull up that win with a bunch of randoms.
Yeah.
I don't know which random. I was giving you Demarcus Robinson for 2 weeks.
Tutu Atwell, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe Tutu Atwell. I just don't think I don't think that any of them are somebody that you want to be watching right now. You know, there's just too much.
Touch them.
They're spreading the ball around so much just to win the game that there is nobody that they're focusing on. So I would stay away from all Rams outside of Kyron Williams. Defense doesn't look good. Don't even pick them up for your fantasy if you're playing full defenses. We're getting into the meat of it here. This is where some of the real good teams are and some of the real bad ones. Next team, the Vikings. Sam Darnold, MVP candidate through 3 games, 8 touchdowns.
He is
Lewis.
crushing it. He looks amazing.
If you have Sam Darnold, if you have not even like
I have him continuing the streak.
League or like
I think he's going to keep
Do
killing
you
it.
have him?
I have him beating the Packers this week.
Oh, I thought
I think
you
he's
had
going to keep killing it. He looks so good.
He-
Jay Jetta looks awesome, you know?
No, I agree with you. 100%.
Aaron Jones, amazing.
Doesn't
Their
even
defense, stout. Like,
No, I agree with everything that you're saying there, Lou. He's only owned in 30% of leagues right now.
Sam Darnold.
People still do not believe.
They don't believe in
Sam
Sammy
Darnold.
D. They got paid for it.
I think that if you are right now in a quarterback situation, that you do not have somebody who is consistently giving you 17, 18 points a week in a 1 quarterback league.
yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and add Sam Darnold already and not play around. Because come week 9, when you're 4-5 and you could have won a couple games, and Sam Darnold was there, we told you so. Sam Darnold doing great. People have been talking in here about Aaron Jones making trades for him. Aaron Jones is killing it on his new team. Addison is on the mend. Looks like that ankle is supposed to be repaired. He could be playing this week. We hope so. I hope so. He's on my fantasy team.
You know what's gonna be wild though is like you see the Vikings and the way they're playing right now, but T.J. Hawkinson is coming back soon.
Addison
Yeah.
too.
So those two
Sam
guys,
Darnold to the moon.
more weapons are gonna start showing up.
Agreed.
So don't sleep on Sammy D. That's all I'm saying.
Do not at all.
He might see ghosts, but I don't think it's this year, buddy.
Defense playing lights out. Coach
Yeah.
O'Connell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
head coach of the
great.
year.
Coach of the
Oh
year.
yeah,
Phenomenal.
Him and Mike Tomlin kind of racing for it right now, would you say?
100%.
I agree. Next team that I wanted to talk about here on the Lions, or I'm sorry, next team I wanted to talk about the NFC North is the Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown played a great game. That pass that they had, did you see
I
that?
didn't actually.
So he catches it. As soon as he catches it, Gibbs is coming.
Oh
this way,
yes, I did see that.
toss it
Yes,
off
I
to
did
him.
see that.
That was
I
nice.
saw that.
It was for a touchdown too, I believe, or at least it got him down like the 1 yard line. Everybody on the Lions is a play except for JMO. JMO is a hit or miss right now. I think he is a good bye week filler coming up. We're gonna have bye weeks coming up 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's just plug and play starter.
No, he's definitely not.
I don't think he is. If you have a 3-way option for flex and it includes JMO, drop it in the chat here in a little bit. We're going to start getting into our fantasy football talk with you guys specifically.
And if you have David Montgomery and you want to try and make a move, do it now.
You think so?
Oh yeah. If
Okay.
you want to sell David Montgomery, get going now because like.
Yeah. I mean, it is a running backs year. He is. Is he putting up points?
Oh, he's 15 over. Well, in our league, he's 15 over every game, and
Well,
I mean those
Those are good points.
Those are
yeah,
good
yeah.
points. I guess if you are pertinent wide receiver, like maybe you have the Dolphins wide receivers or something like that, give him a look.
Yeah.
And you have David Montgomery. Maybe trade that out.
Yeah,
or
see
trade
what
for
you
David
do. At
Montgomery.
least get me like a decent back out of it. Not like a crazy like. Some guys will be okay, but at least try to get a receiver with you as well.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm personally not gonna do it, but like, I'm just saying if you're willing to take some risks out there,
If you need stuff, this is the time.
David
That
Montgomery,
it's early in the season. Guys with high numbers may not have them at the end of the season. If you can get a 2 for 1 or a 1 and a dud for 2,
Yeah, for David Montgomery.
yeah.
Well, I mean, he's getting the ball a lot.
He is, but
though.
it's so high, like you said.
I know they do the 1-2 get him and Gibbs, but like it seems like Montgomery's like their workhorse type of guy, and like red zone threat, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
not the best receiver. Like, doesn't get too many passes thrown to him, but like, hey, he's a hard runner. Like,
No, I agree. He is a hard runner. They do have 2 talented guys on the team. They play better than any other 2 combo in the league right now together. They did lose their center this week to a torn pec, so that might be something to
that might
fix.
affect it a little bit.
Next team, I got Packers 2-1. Got Malik Willis revenge game. Malik plays a great game. I was wrong. I'll say it again. Malik is playing well. Josh Jacobs, non-factor. Jalen Reed, he's good.
He was doing good. Yeah.
Without
Solid.
catching the ball, he's doing good. They're running with him. They're doing like the end arounds Matt Canada offense, but he's doing stuff with it.
Is Jordan Love coming back this week?
I don't think he's coming back this week. They didn't put him on IR
I keep
though.
on getting updates on it. He's like light practicing right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's gonna be 100%.
Green
for
Bay wide
Sunday.
receivers they're buy low right now, guys.
Yeah.
If you can get a Green Bay wide receiver like a Dubes or a Christian Watson, one of them, you can basically get them for nothing
Right
Yeah,
now.
right now.
yeah.
I would look at maybe trying to acquire one of them. Other things about the Packers, do they have anything? Their defense looks good.
Defense looks
Even
solid.
for fantasy. They've had good fantasy points for defense. Most defenses are set up relatively the same. And they did well in both of the leagues that I'm in, or all the leagues that I'm in. So they're a decent defense. If you need one for this week. Another team.
I will say about the Packers too.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but that team has like nobody that's like they don't have a clear cut tight end.
No, they have Kraft and
That other guy.
Musgrave, yeah.
And like both of them are not.
Really
they
putting
have
up
no
anything.
identity there. That's one thing I noticed about them. Also, the Jacobs thing. I think he had a. I wouldn't panic on Josh Jacobs though. I felt like the Titans' defensive line is actually kind of solid, so like that's gonna cause some problems for you. And I think he might be a little bit banged up, and they're not saying.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I wouldn't panic on Josh Jacobs.
Mike Evans for Puka? No.
No,
absolutely not.
Conrad, do not do that. Do not do that. He said that if he did do that, his flex would become Aaron Jones.
I mean, I love it. I think Aaron Jones is good. But
I don't think you're getting. I don't think you're
you should
getting
trade.
more in
Yeah.
Puka than you already have in
Mike
Evans.
Yeah, you're definitely not.
Cleaning up on the teams here so we can get into talking to our chat here. We got the Bears, who is Jordan Carrick's favorite hidden team. He loves the Bears. And let me tell you, Caleb Williams, looked a little better. He threw for the most yards this week out of any quarterback. The most yards, I think, this season of any quarterback. Their offensive line looks horrible. Swift looks horrible. Roshan Johnson is playing more. I was asked this morning, is Roshan Johnson an ad? I don't think so. I think he's a watch lister.
He's a watch list.
He's a watch lister. Add him to your watch list. If he plays again this week, gets 10 totes, then maybe snag him.
Doomsday looked nice.
Doomsday looked okay, had a lot of targets.
Okay.
I want you guys to remember, though, that Keenan Allen is not playing.
Because he's made of glass.
He
Him and
is-
Austin
he's a Charger.
Eckler, best
Yeah.
buddies.
Those Chargers, man.
Yeah, those ex-Chargers. Keenan Allen is still hurt. We'll see if he comes back. If he does come back, it's going to eat into Doomsday. That is 100% for sure. But for the time period, the Doomsday's a start. Their defense is playing super mediocre after having a hot start. A hot start. They killed it. They won them their only game. Not so good now.
So I dropped them after 2 weeks.
Done with them?
I'm done with them.
Yeah.
I advise the same.
Yeah, I don't think the Bears defense is
Bears
somebody you
defense
need
is
to
bad.
roster.
Yeah, guys. Like,
Not at all. The running back team, just kind of like with the Broncos, none of them are worth your time.
Yeah.
Keep Swift on your bench for now, just like you would keep Williams on your bench, Javonte Williams. But they're not playing. You're not putting them in your roster if you want to be on a winning team. That's just not it. Last division we got here, guys. The Saints, 2-1, first loss of the season. We called it that they were going to lose.
Yep.
We made money on them losing. I'm not really the most thrilled that they lost in reality. I don't love
They
it.
had a good game.
I don't love the Eagles, though, and I don't think that the Eagles are really that great. I think Saquon Barkley is great, but I don't think the rest of the team is very good without the
They're
wide
banged up
receivers.
now,
Yeah, Hurts looks not that great. But for the Saints, I still think they're a top 5 in the NFL right now.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. But
You don't think they're a top 5 team in the NFL?
I think their defense is amazing, but no, I don't think they're a top 5 team. That seems high.
Top 10?
I'd probably give them 10, maybe
Okay.
like 8 to 10, maybe
Okay.
7.
playoff team.
Top 5
I'd
in the
give them a
NFC.
playoff.
Top 5 in the NFC.
Yeah, I would say that. And I'd say that they could probably win the NFC South.
No, they are going to win the NFC South. I'm calling it right now.
Maybe Bucks though.
I had a lot of guys in chat today asking me about Rashid Shaheed and being scared. He had one bad game, guys. 1 zeroed out game. The 2 games before it, he was balling.
Killing it.
I've never
had
He's a
it, so
boom and
I
busty
don't-
guy. Like you just have to know that's what you're
That's
getting.
exactly
Like,
right. He's a good filler for you, but I mean, you
Yeah.
can't expect a guaranteed point amount. But I mean, it's either going to be a lot or it's going to be nothing.
Yeah, Olave is having a good finish.
Olave had a show out week, his first show out week. It was great. Let me see who else. Kamara still effective. I don't think he had a touchdown, but still really effective. The offense runs through Kamara.
Yeah.
Another person on their team, Carr, was a little banged up. He's in your free agency right now. I'm sure he is if you're in a 1 quarterback league.
He's
Grab
worth
him.
the
Grab him
stat.
as your backup. If you need a backup and you're, like we were saying earlier, worried about your quarterback situation, you're not getting that 17-point player. Look up Derek Carr. He could be number 2 on your list. Put Sam Darnold number 1. Derek Carr number 2 is as a replacement. Yeah, that's about it for the Saints. You already covered my last point that I wanted to cover. In real life and in fantasy football, Saints defense,
Stellar.
yes. Buccaneers,
Buccaneers.
first loss.
First
Played the
loss.
Broncos.
Yeah, horrible loss to the Broncos.
Not very good.
No, I don't think they're pretenders. I think they're gonna shake it off.
Yeah, I think it was just a bad
I
week.
think I agree.
Playing them mile high, they were too
Yeah.
high, bruh.
On the other, can't breathe.
Yeah, can't breathe. Yeah, so Baker, Evans, Godwin all cooled off. It looks like Rashid White might be losing his job to Bucky Irving. I know a lot of you were asking about Bucky
Yeah, there's a
Irving.
couple kids asking about
Yeah.
Bucky Irving.
Bucky's probably going to be eating a lot.
Yeah, that's where he's worth picking up.
He's worth picking up. Maybe flex only though for now, or just a top bench spot and considered future flex. Let's give him one more week. Let's see. Like I said, 10 totes. You could probably
Solid,
start. I like my running backs to get about 10 carries, whether that's receptions, targets, and carries. I want to see him involved in the game. If he's got 10, there's probably a chance that's about 15 to 20% of the offense is going to that person.
Bucky Irving is 36% owned.
36% owned, so let's go grab them, dudes. Like, come on. Other things going on with them, their defense not doing that great. overall, defense doesn't look great at all this year. Lost a lot of guys.
Yeah.
A couple different teams, a couple different guys injured. Don't play the Buccaneers defense in fantasy football. Not worth your time. Falcons.
I told you, they put up a fight. They almost won. They almost beat the Chiefs.
Lou says give them credit, man.
No,
They're
give the
better
Falcons.
than they look.
They're better than they look. Are they great? No, they're not great. I don't have them winning this week.
Are they
against the Saints.
Are they going to make the playoffs in the 7 spot?
There's a chance. There's a chance they could do
They
that.
might. Kirk Cousins had a quiet night. Almost had another 2-minute comeback at the end of the game. That would have been cool to watch. Didn't happen. Bijan, we mentioned earlier, Chiefs defense is good.
Yeah.
Bijan got stuffed. He didn't really have a great game. Pitts had one long catch.
Yeah.
That was basically his whole game. London is a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I know you wouldn't
Did
think
you know Drake London was a wide receiver in the NFL?
I had him last year. He had some games.
Yeah, some games. Drake London is doing well every week.
Yeah.
I would consider him a wide receiver 2 play for you guys. If he's your wide receiver 1, that's all right. You should probably look to add some depth in there a little bit.
But he's a good 2. He's definitely
He's a good 2. Mooney, how much is Mooney in? Do you remember?
26% roster for Darnell.
Mooney might be decent as an ad too.
He's worth taking. If you need a wide receiver,
If you need
take
depth,
him.
well, if you need depth and like you need like a bye week guy,
He's getting the looks.
Kirk seems to like Mooney,
Yeah.
so
Defense is playing well, despite
That's the
losing.
best part. Yeah.
Their defense is playing well. I wouldn't put them in fantasy, but if you're a Falcons fan out there, you're gonna be pretty happy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they're
have
a lot better than the past.
Upswing.
their
Yeah.
secondary is pretty damn good.
Yeah, their
Like,
secondary is good. So is their edge.
Yeah.
They have good defense.
And we got one more team on the
And it's our favorite team.
And it's our favorite team. It is the Carolina Panthers. They are not our favorite team by any stretch of the imagination. However, your boy is the only one who took them to win last week, and of course they did win because I said they would win. But anyways, they ended up having a decent game. Bryce Young trade rumors are around. Looks like the Rams were interested in him. I think that would be the best pick for him to go there to
That was
sit under
such-
McVay.
That was such a
I don't think-
Hey!
Matt Stafford going to the Dolphins. Like,
Matt
oh,
Stafford to the
okay.
Dolphins, Bryce Young to the Rams, picks to the Carolina Panthers for Dave Canales to build his team off of. We'll see. I don't know. I like to think outside of the box. I was right about Thielen improving. He did get hurt. He only played the first half. However, in the first half, he had 5 targets, like 40 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay, he hasn't had those numbers through a whole game yet this season.
Yeah.
So if Thielen, I think he's doubtful for this week, but that might mean that people don't pick him up and leave him there. So Adam is like your lowest waiver tier. You know what I mean? And if you get him, you get him, and you can just stash him for a week or two. He's going to be a good filler for you. Promise you that. Deontay Johnson had a big uptick. A lot of people were asking me about Deontay Johnson, and it was making me sick. How much fab should you spend on Deontay Johnson? Fab is fantasy football money.
Yeah.
You should spend about 11. I wouldn't spend more than 8 to 11 on Deontay Johnson. Do not expect him to be Mr. Every Week.
No.
We know. We know. We are
Yeah.
Steelers fans. We know Deontay Johnson
will
like
drop
the
that
back
ball.
of our hands. He's going to run backwards.
He's
He's
gonna
going to
drop it.
fumble.
He's gonna go like
drop
this.
it. Mhm.
Drop it.
Deontay Johnson is maybe a okay. I will cede the fact that he might be an okay ad for your fantasy football team as a filler as bye weeks come up and as Andy Dalton plays. He's going to get targets. I think he'll do better than Leggett. I think he'll do worse than Thielen in the long run. I wouldn't spend more than 8 to 11 fab on him though, man. I just definitely wouldn't. All right. Well, we finished out the portion of what we were going to cover. I want to bring in the chat now. We'll bring them up here closer to the table. We'll
All
take
right.
some of their questions and
We doing
go
picks?
over there. Oh, I'm sorry. We did forget to do
They
picks.
were getting picks.
Let's run through them
Oh,
quick though.
let's
We don't
run
need to
through the
go-
picks
We don't
quick.
need to go through them like, you know.
yeah. Let's run through our picks quick, and then yes, guys, we do want to. I'm excited to bring you guys into the conversation with us, and we want to look over a couple of what your trades are, maybe who you're looking in waivers this week, so we can help you decide and give your opinion, or we can give you our opinion. Sorry.
Okay. So here's week 4 NFL. Here's the matchups.
Okay.
All right. Dallas versus New York Giants. Who do you have?
Giants.
All right.
Money. They're gonna. I think Dallas are pretenders. Giants are going to kill it. I told you don't sleep on the skill players. I know Dallas is searching for a win. I don't care.
I've got the Cowboys. I think that they own the Giants, and I think they'll have a resurgent week. I think that we'll, for some reason, see Neighbors have a downtick, but not enough that it is noticeable for your fantasy. Like, you won't lose because of it. But I think they're just going to send everybody on him and force Singletary, Wandell Robinson, and company to try to win the game.
I'm betting on Dallas. You can hear it here first.
All right.
Or not Dallas. I'm betting on the Giants. I'm sorry. I'm betting against Dallas.
Who's next? Who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Giants.
Taking the Giants?
Yeah, brother.
Okay.
Holy papers, baby. All right, New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Who you taking?
Oh, I got the Saints, guys. I got this. Actually, you know what? No, I got the Falcons. I think the Saints go on a run of losses. I
wanted to bet on this game, but I'm like so torn 50-50 each way. I really don't know. I'm going to take the Falcons because I was high on the Falcons-ish. But this is truly like a coin flip.
It is a coin flip game.
I really don't know here.
Tell you what, if you can, maybe take like the Falcons +3 or something like that instead of money line.
I'll be taking the Saints.
Taking the Saints?
Okay,
all right. Who we got next?
Los Angeles Rams versus the Chicago Bears in Chicago.
In Chicago, I'm going to give the Bears this game.
I think I'm going to give the Bears this game too. Los Angeles is so banged up.
Yeah, I think that the Bears can handle it. What's up, bro? Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Bears.
Okay.
I'm going to try it this week.
He's a big homer.
Yeah, he's a big homer. Let's see, what else we got for you?
All right, Minnesota, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
This has got to be
at Green Bay.
If Minnesota is.
But I don't care. I'm taking Minnesota, and I'm betting on Minnesota as well.
I'll take Minnesota.
I'll take Minnesota.
I think Minnesota is going to be the better team. I don't think Malik Willis, as good as he's playing, is going to be able to play Vikings defense.
That's why I asked about Love earlier, because I was like, I think
Minnesota's
going to stomp them.
All right, guys.
Again.
Pittsburgh playing away. Yeah, Colts got a lot to do.
I think that Anthony Richardson gets absolutely just flustered by the Steelers defense. That's what I think the thing is. I think that's what happens.
All right, next matchup.
I'm betting on Steelers too.
Denver at New York Jets.
Denver at New York Jets. The Jets absolutely crushed the Broncos.
Agreed. I think that's like easy enough.
That's an easy one.
Their defense is too nice. Bo Nix looks kind of like
Philadelphia at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, I'm taking Buccaneers. I'm betting on Buccaneers.
I'll take the Buccaneers as well. From the playoffs last year, the Buccaneers beat Philadelphia in the most critical time period, and they don't have any of those wide receivers that they had in that playoff game. I'm taking Panthers. Buccaneers.
Philly's banged up, and the Buccaneers just kind of got embarrassed by Denver. They're going to be coming back roaring and strong. They're going to beat Philly.
Absolutely. Mike Evans is going to get a touchdown this week.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
I agree.
Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with the Birds on this one.
Oh, the Eagles.
You like the banged up Eagles over the Bucks?
I'm going to take the banged up Eagles.
Okay.
The Bucks.
Who we got next, man?
Since the Battle of the Big Cats, Cincinnati at Carolina.
Ooh, Andy Dalton revenge game.
This is such a suck fest. Like,
I have like $1 or $2 on Carolina beating the Bengals. So I have to take Carolina.
I'm going to take the Bengals, guys. I think that they are done losing. There's no way they go 0-4 with Joe Burrow at the helm and everyone healthy.
I just don't.
Their defense looks like Swiss cheese.
It's the Bengals.
I don't.
What if Andy Dalton tears up the Bengals on the revenge tour?
Oh man,
the Red Rifle.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's gonna be the game of the week right there.
No. Who's the next? Bud?
That's such a joke. The
Jags and
the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans.
I don't even think you should ever watch that game. I think that's a waste of your time. If you live in the Jacksonville, Florida area or the Houston area, I'm sorry that you have to watch this game.
Well, they play twice.
Joe Mixon's back.
Yeah, well, no, it's the fact that the Texans are going to absolutely annihilate them.
So
there isn't even a chance.
So we're going to go Texans down the board.
Yeah, it sounds like Texans down the board.
Jags look like bottom feeders.
I'm going to help you out while you're writing that, bud. So it looks like Commanders and Cardinals. I got Commanders.
Commanders, Cardinals. I kind of like, yeah.
You don't like
I'm gonna take the the Cardinals. I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I like the Commanders kind of in this game, but I think the Cardinals are gonna have the bounce back. Martin Harrison and Kyler are gonna put it together again like they did week 2.
Did you make your pick up work?
I did. I want the Commanders. Matt Gov, you should not make that trade, brother. Do not do that. Do not do that. Keep with what you got. He wants to trade Aaron Jones for ETN and Dalton Kincaid. He has Mark Andrews.
Wait.
What do you think?
Sorry.
Actually, after I read that back, Matt, trade Aaron Jones for ETN and Dalton Kincaid.
And it already has Mark Andrews.
And he already has Mark Andrews. I still think
I
no.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I feel like the guy's trading against is getting screwed.
Yeah. Oh no. Plus, he doesn't need 2 tight ends like that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Man, Kincaid's a weird little slot guy though.
Justin, CJ all day over CJ or Derek Carr this week. CJ.
CJ.
Yeah, all day.
Connor, trade Swift and Worthy for ETN. Yeah.
Swift. And
Worthy?
Yeah.
I think you could do that.
Yeah,
But that's like pretty. If you need it, if it helps your team.
If you're going to be playing ETN as your flex guy, yes.
Yeah, I think that could be worth.
All right, boys. This is an interesting game right here. New England Patriots at San Francisco.
Oh,
San Fran. Yeah, I don't even want to watch that game. Some of these games suck.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Drop Brandon Cooks for Leggett?
Maybe. I have Brandon Cooks on my team, and I'm looking to drop him, but I don't know who to pick up, so,
Andrew, let us know who else. Let us know who else you have available, Andrew, and then we'll kind of help you out with that. With Thielen out, you're right, though. Leggett could possibly be a little bit more of an option.
So, what, you guys took both Niners on that?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to go Patriots.
Wow. To be the contrarian.
Hey, they're banged up, dude. Okay, Cleveland Browns at Las Vegas Raiders.
Man, these hurt some bad games.
In Vegas.
I'm taking the Browns. Matt, I do understand that Mark Andrews has been terrible. There's no way he's going to be that way all season.
I don't know. I think Mark Andrews may be terrible.
You think he's washed?
He's saying that Mark Andrews is terrible and Aaron Jones could be a high sell. What do you think?
Yeah, Aaron Jones right now high sell.
He is a high sell.
But I don't think he's going to drop that much. I think Aaron Jones is going to. I'm high on Aaron Jones.
Okay.
He is a high sell right now, but I think he'll get you this production for a lot of the season.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead,
Jordan.
I want to get to their
Well, we had
questions.
Vegas and Cleveland. Who are you taking?
We're taking Cleveland, man.
I'm taking Vegas.
I'm going to take Vegas as well.
Okay. All right. Buffalo, Baltimore.
Yeah, that's...
Ooh, man. Buffalo, Baltimore. Chat real quick while we finish this up. Who would you take, Buffalo or Baltimore?
Yeah, that's the game of the week, I think. That's going to be the battle.
Easily.
That's the battle, dude.
I'm gonna take Baltimore.
Part of me wants to take Baltimore. I love the running that Baltimore does.
I know,
They look so good, but I feel like don't the Bills kind of have Baltimore's number? Don't they routinely snap on them?
I couldn't.
I feel like they do. And Josh Allen looks good this year. I think I gotta take the Bills.
I'd like to go Bills with that too.
I want to take Baltimore, but I really think I gotta take Bills.
You taking Ravens?
I am taking the Ravens. Yes, sir.
We missed the game, by the way. It's Kansas City versus the Los Angeles Chargers without Justin Herbert. Probably.
KC. Sleepy game.
Again, KC versus who again? I'm sorry.
Chargers.
Oh yeah, KC.
Louis said sleepy game.
Yeah, sleepy game
for sure.
Okay, and then so we're gonna go KC down the middle on that.
And then who else did we have? So
We have 2 Monday night games.
Oh yes, 2 Monday night games and Sunday night football or Sunday morning football is coming up in London. Let's go! I love Sunday morning London games. Waking up in the East Coast at 9 a.m. and there's a football game on.
Top tier.
Dude, it's so great. Have that coffee and that morning,
Might be
morning
looking
chill
around at
time.
golfing while you watch Sunday morning football. All right, first game: Tennessee Titans at the Miami Dolphins. This is a sleepy game too.
That is a sleepy game. I gotta take, I think, the Dolphins because I like the Dolphins and they have better skill players, but I don't know. I'm taking the Dolphins, but
I am taking the Titans in that game. Justin said he has. Oh, for that question, Justin, I'm sorry it burned out. He said he had McLaurin as his second wide receiver, and that's the Worthy trait.
oh, okay.
So yeah, I think we're good.
I think you're good.
I think we're good, man.
And okay, the final game: Seattle versus Detroit.
Seattle.
Versus Detroit?
Yep, Seattle's defense is stout. I'm betting on Seattle too. That was my other game I like.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's our picks for the
So
week.
you have Hawks then?
I have Hawks. Yeah.
I will go Lions.
Right now, guys, in our pick'ems, Jordan is currently in a 1-point lead over Lou and I. We're in second place, tied with Ikonis, who is not with us this week, in last place. He's 3 down on us. All right. Well, hey, let's get into the questions. I have them up right here.